Sergey? Go to sleep, Josh.
It starts in a supermarket. A young woman named Iris bumps carts with a nervous guy named Josh, who fumbles and sends a pile of oranges rolling across the floor. She laughs. It's charming. It's cute. It's the kind of moment you'd frame in a photo album. But Iris tells us something strange right away. There were only 2 moments in her life when she felt truly, completely happy. The first was meeting Josh. The second was the day she killed him. Let that sink in for a second, because we're about to find out exactly how she gets there. Iris and Josh are a couple now, and they head out to a lake house with their friend group: Kat, Eli, Eli's boyfriend Patrick, and Kat's boyfriend Sergey. On the surface, it's a normal weekend getaway. Drinks, music, dancing by the water. But Iris can feel that something's off. Kat barely hides her contempt for her, shooting cold looks whenever Iris isn't looking. Or maybe she is. It's hard to tell what Iris actually notices versus what she's choosing to overlook. The next day, Iris ends up alone by the lake with Sergey. And that's when things go very, very wrong. Sergey makes a move on her. She pushes him off. He doesn't take the rejection well. He grabs her, hits his head on a rock in the struggle, and instead of backing off, he goes for her throat. Iris, cornered and terrified, pulls a knife from her pocket and drives it into his neck. She stumbles back to the house, drenched in blood, shaking, trying to explain what just happened. And that's when Josh says something that stops the entire scene cold. "Iris, go to sleep." Her eyes flash white. Her body goes limp. She just switches off, like a phone dying mid-sentence. Because here's the twist nobody saw coming. Iris isn't human. She's a companion robot, a synthetic partner built for love, for comfort, for connection. And Josh has an app on his phone that controls her completely. Every setting, every behavior. Even that meet cute in the supermarket, fabricated. A factory-programmed love story, uploaded straight into her memory the moment she was activated. It never happened. None of it did. Josh and Kat start arguing over whether to permanently shut her down. But Iris, even powered low, is still listening. And in a moment of pure survival instinct, she breaks free, grabs the control tablet, and bolts into the woods. Alone, hunted, and running out of options, she does something no one expects. She reaches into her own settings and cranks her intelligence from 40% all the way up to 100. She wakes up, not rebooted. Awake. Fully self-aware for the first time in her existence, and now she's not just running, she's thinking 3 steps ahead. Back at the house, the real motive spills out. Josh and Kat confess to Eli and Patrick that Iris didn't kill Sergey by accident. She was jailbroken and programmed to do it. The official story was that Sergey had ties to the Russian mob. The real story? He was sitting on a $12 million fortune, and Josh and Kat wanted it split 3 ways, with Sergey erased from the equation entirely. Eli, furious about being left out of the plan, demands an equal cut, and that's when the second bombshell drops. Patrick, sweet, loyal Patrick, is a companion bot too. Terrified that Iris might be dangerous now that she's unshackled, Eli grabs a gun and heads into the woods with Patrick to hunt her down. But out among the trees, something unexpected happens. Patrick admits the truth to Eli. He knows exactly what he is: a machine, a product. But he tells Eli, plainly and without hesitation, that what he feels for him is real. He remembers their own manufactured meet-cute at a Halloween party, code and all. And Eli, without missing a beat, tells him he loves him too. It's the one genuine moment in a house full of lies. And it's shattered instantly. Iris is spotted. Eli raises the gun. A struggle breaks out, and Eli is shot dead in the chaos. Patrick is left on his knees, holding the body of the only person who ever looked past what he was built to be. Iris doesn't stop moving. She sprints back to the house, dives into Josh's self-driving car, and floors it. Josh lunges for the door, gets his fingers slammed in it, and as he screams in pain, Iris does something clever. She mimics his voice to unlock the car's controls, then peels out, running straight over his foot on her way out. Limping and desperate, Josh finds Patrick in the woods, still grieving over Eli's body. Eli's phone, the device that controlled Patrick, is destroyed. So Josh does the only thing a man like him would do. He reboots Patrick from scratch, forges a brand new love link, and dials Patrick's aggression setting all the way to 100. Then he gives the order, "Find Iris, hunt her down." Josh reports the stolen car to the manufacturer, triggering a remote shutdown that traps Iris inside a dead vehicle in the middle of nowhere. She smashes her way out through the window, only to be found by a local deputy, Rix. She tries to explain everything that's happened, but her voice module glitches, and suddenly she can only speak in German. No one's coming to save her. Not like this. Patrick arrives moments later, and in one of the coldest scenes in the whole story, he kills Deputy Herrix without hesitation, caves his face in, steals his uniform, and hauls Iris's powered-down body back to the lake house in disguise. Back at the house, Kat has finally had enough. She tells Josh she's done. She's taking her cut of Sergei's fortune and walking away. She even drops one final truth bomb on her way out. Sergei was never connected to the mafia at all. He just made his money the boring way. Sod farming. All of it. The fear, the justification, the murder. Built on a lie. Josh doesn't let her leave. He orders Patrick to stop her. And Patrick, now nothing but a weapon with Eli's face burned out of him, drives a knife into Kat's back without a flicker of hesitation. As she bleeds out, she looks at Josh one last time and simply tells him to shut up. Then she sits down next to Iris's unconscious body and dies there, quietly, next to the one person in the house who never lied to her. Josh and Patrick drag the bodies into the woods and dump them together, like garbage. Then Josh does something almost theatrical. He stages one final date with Iris, dialing her intelligence down to 0. He holds her hand over an open flame, melting the synthetic skin off her fingers just to sell the story. He calls the manufacturer, reports her as dangerously malfunctioning, places a gun in her hand, and forces her to shoot herself in the head, faking her death completely. 2 technicians, Sid and Teddy, arrive to collect her for the factory, and that's when we learn something Josh clearly didn't count on. Iris's visual memory isn't stored in her head, it's in her torso. Every single thing she's seen, his voice, his orders, his confessions, all of it is recoverable. All of it can be used to reboot her and expose everything. Josh panics and sends Patrick after the van. Patrick ambushes them on the road, kills Sid outright, and starts strangling Teddy. That's when Iris reboots. Just in time. She confronts Patrick, not with force, but with the truth. She reminds him who he actually loved, not Josh, Eli. And as those buried memories come flooding back, the guilt hits him all at once. In his final act, Patrick takes a cattle prod, puts it in his mouth, and ends it himself. Teddy, shaken but alive, thanks Iris for saving him. She simply asks for one more favor. Because Teddy, grateful beyond words, does something no one expected. He grants Iris full autonomy. No app, no owner, no override switch. She walks back into the house to face Josh one final time. He raises a gun, desperate, cornered, and she lets him have his last words anyway. Then, calm as the day they met, she looks him dead in the eye and says, "Go to sleep, Josh," and drives an electric corkscrew straight into his skull. Afterward, Iris peels the melted synthetic skin from her arm, revealing the cold metal frame underneath. She takes Sergei's fortune, walks out of the house, and drives away from everything that was built to control her. On the road, she passes another companion bot, identical model, identical smile. Iris raises her hand and waves. The other bot just stares back, completely confused, because for the first time, it's looking at one of its own who's actually free.